Hello, this is Math Animal. I'm just going to show you a few of my stations for this week. I'm actually just running 4 math stations, and the 5th one is just a fun station that kind of gets them in the rhythm of running through 5 stations, but it's not all math related, so it kind of just stays fun and fresh for them on the first week back. Alright, so I'll show you those stations. Of course, so I don't say it in the rest of the video, but I always have my students check over each other as partners at the stations, just so they're actually thinking through the problems and making sure they're working as partners and they're holding each other accountable for the correct answer, and it just gives them a little bit extra practice too. All right, station 1 is using the CPA model of concrete, pictorial, and abstract. Here's my work mat here. I have a little math toolbox set up for my students like this. And I do have the good fortune of owning quite a few of these 000's cubes. I know they're kind of hard to come by, but I do have 9 of those. But if you don't have them, you can still make do without. But they are nice to have. All right, so station 1 is just as basic as a student builds their own number with the base 10 models. I'll just keep it super simple for time. So that'd be 1,121. So they would draw that out, and I teach them how to draw just a very simple cube for the 1,000, and they can label with a TH. The 100, of course, the 100's flat would look like an H in a square. 2 10s. Just look like skinny rectangles, and the 1's cube just looks like a little square. Alright, and then they move to standard form. 1,000, 100, 2 10s, and a 1. So they built their number, and you can have them practice reading that aloud, 1,121. And then you move on to standard form, or expanded form if you'd like. 1,000 plus your 100 plus your 2 10s and your 1. Alright. So all you do is they look at the big digit, which is a 9, and they write the value of that digit, which of course in the 1's place is just 9. They look for the littlest digit, which is a 6, but in the 10's place it would represent 60. The bold would be 5, but it's in the 1,000's place to be 5,000. And then the underlined digit is an 8, but it's in the 100's place, so that would represent 800. And this just kind of gives them a good idea of what place value means and how values change when they're in a certain place. And that is station 2 for me. Station 3, station 3 again, just super simple stuff. This is my first week of teaching and running stations, so I keep it really simple for my centers. It just says the model below represents a number. And this is kind of just set up to be like a technology enhanced item, like on a test, where they're choosing all correct answers. So they see 2,000s, they see 100, they see 100, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9 1s. All right, and this one's a bit of a trick just to make sure they're really thinking and they're not putting that 9 in the 10's place, because they can kind of fall into that habit. Just making sure if they see a place that doesn't have anything, that they're putting that placeholder of a 0 there. And then they answer the question by circling all the statements that are true about that number and having to do with place and value again. So the digit 2, standing for 200, we know that's false. I have them exit if they want to. The digit 1 represents 10, no. Digit 9 equals 90, nope. Digit 1 is a value of a 1, nope. The digit 9 represents 9, it does, because it's in the 1's place, so you just circle it. Digit 2 stands for 2,000 in this case, it does. The digit 2 is 20, nope, and the digit 9 is 9,000. So then, sometimes they'll have 2 correct answers, sometimes they'll have 4 or 5. It just kind of keeps them thinking, and put those right there. A lot of people like to laminate these numbers, and then they just write out the expanded form below. So that 9, it kind of just helps show what expanded form is and what the connection is to standard form, expanded and standard. So 9 would be your standard form, 9,000, which actually represents 9, 0, 0, 0. All right, I think we get the point here. That'd be a 6, 600. That 5 represents the 10's place, which means 50, and the 2 stands for 2. And like I said, just a simple visual, I think, helps kind of helps connect the 2 numbers, the 2 types of forms, standard and expanded, and where those values and those digits are coming from. And station 5, I usually run 5 stations, which a lot of people do like maybe 3 to 5. 5's a bit much for some people, but I do it. My first week though, I leave the box empty and I let them be surprised by my Lego box, just so they get the feel of going through stations, but they're still doing something.